I know so many great single women. So many great single women. I don't know where all the dudes. I'm like, guys, come on. Come on, guys. Make the first move. Come on. But man, they just.
The first move is become a great single guy.
Like,
that's a big move right there.
I know. I know. But.
If those women were really as amazing as they claim to be, good men would have already married them. But here's the truth. Good men can see right through the act. They know exactly what kind of women these are, and let's just say they are far from being good.
Okay, so I have a genuine question. Where in this day and age do you find men? Like good actual men? Tinder, no. Hinge, no. Bumble, that's a joke. Co-workers, no. That is banned. That is a joke as well. Uni, no. Don't be ridiculous. I don't reckon you'd find someone at a bar or clubbing. No. Festival, also no. Also, like, do I have the money to go to a festival every month? No. Like, genuinely, where do you find men? Where do you find your men?
Nowhere. In my dreams.
In your dreams.
Yep.
These women act like the kind of men they want are all hiding in some secret club somewhere. But those men aren't hiding. They're just not interested. Good men are all around. But for some reason, these women never seem to notice or value them.
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? If you don't go to coffee shops? I'm so tired of going to a bar or go to different events and they're 90% of the ladies and only 3 men hang out in the corner. Do you guys just not leave the house or go outside? Yeah, I would love to stop using all the dating apps that are just not working anymore and start meeting people in real life organically. But where do men usually hang out? I feel like I've been looking at the wrong places. So let me know in comments.
Gays just stay home and mind their own business. Going out has become either too expensive or simply not worth the effort. I mean, why would a guy spend his hard-earned money to go somewhere, only to be ignored by women like that anyway?
Okay, I'm literally getting unready from a dinner that I just went to because me and my friend and her husband just went out and she was talking to me about something that low-key made sense to me. She was just saying yeah, my husband has tons of attractive and single friends, but they're just not out there. They're usually just at home, and even if they do decide to go out, they just go out with their friends and they never have the intentions on meeting other girls. Honestly, fair. I understand that. I think this conversation just kind of made me realize that my future soulmate is not just going to be waiting for me at a random bar. If you really think about it, some of the happiest marriages around you are usually because they met through...
Just by listening to how these women talk, you can tell they're living in a fantasy. The moment a woman starts saying things like, "I'm waiting for my soulmate," that's all a man needs to hear to know she's not worth the effort. It's an unrealistic expectation, and it proves she'll turn down a good guy for the smallest, most ridiculous reasons.
So I have an actual, very serious and legitimate question. And I only want to hear from single men, not anyone married, in a relationship, talking to someone. Sorry, y'all don't count. I want to hear from the single men, and I'm going to go with, ages 38 and up, preferably in their 40s. But I'm going to go with 38, because I'm 42. I'm going to stick with 38. Where are you guys hanging out at?
It's always kind of funny when these women say they want to hear what men really think. But here's the twist. When men actually tell them the truth, they immediately shut it down and say those guys are wrong. They ask for honesty, but they only want to hear what fits their fantasy.
Where do single men between the ages of 28 and 40 go on Saturdays? And I don't mean a specific restaurant or a specific location. I mean generally speaking. Are they at the gym? Are they at a bar watching football? Are they on a hike? Are they at home doing additional work? Are they at the driving range? Are they getting brunch with their friends? What does a 28 to 40-year-old single man's typical Saturday look like? Because I can tell you what a Saturday for a 28 to 40-year-old single woman looks like. As part of my fall of outdoors, I'm trying to integrate experiences where I get to meet the male species. Every time that I've tried to do that, the places that I end up tend to be proliferated with 24-year-old men.
She seriously believes that men all think the same, like we've got some secret hangout spot that's free from modern women. But honestly, men aren't that complicated. It's just that these women convince themselves we are, because they can't seem to figure out why their dating lives are such a mess.
Okay, this video is for my single men. Kids, no kids, I don't care. I'm pushing 40 at this point. Where do y'all hang out? Do you guys approach anyone that's not in a bar or club setting? I would love to know. I have not been on a dating app in almost a year, and that may or may not be my last date. Because my last date with somebody, I met on a dating app and I said, I'm not doing this anymore.
The truth is, men just don't care anymore. She had her chances, plenty of them, maybe 20 years ago. But she wasted every single one. She could have settled down with a good man at any point, but she chose a completely different path. Now, she's got no one to blame but herself for ending up alone.
I don't have it in me. I'm not doing it. Like, I know there's men out there, alright, good ones, I know, but I have yet to find them, okay? And a lot of them are not on dating apps.
A lot of men haven't touched dating apps in years. And honestly, can you blame them? For most guys, it's just a complete waste of time and energy, time that could be spent on something that actually matters. Everyone knows this by now, yet modern women still refuse to accept it.
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that like all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are, if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is like binge a show and like order and take out. Like, why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these like cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be fucking real. But they're all like staying inside. Like,
she's the one who created this mess, and now she's upset that men her age want nothing to do with her. But if you really pay attention to what she says, even when she claims to want these men, she can't help but throw insults their way. So it's no mystery why she's still single. She's her own biggest problem.
What I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like, I gotta go out and do that, right? I have to, like, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, like, put on a cute outfit and do that, you know? Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please. Stop ordering takeout by your fucking self and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Fuck, literally, I don't...
She doesn't even realize that her own attitude is the reason she'll stay single forever. That sense of entitlement, the constant negativity, the way she talks, it all adds up. And honestly, that kind of behavior is just plain unattractive.
Well, if you think that was psycho, buckle up, Buttercup. Okay? My whole goal, I knew I wanted my man back. Okay? I knew I wanted my man back. I had one mission. He lives across the country. He lives in San Diego. I live in Atlanta. I would have showed my ass up at that man's house in a second. Okay? But I couldn't just, like, do that, you know? So I text him the grandma thing. He doesn't respond. I end up texting him something else. I don't think he responds. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you one warning. So I text him and I said, if you do not respond to me, I'm going to show up at your house. And you know that I will. You know that I will. Didn't respond. Nothing. By this time, I know what he's doing, right? He's trying to hold my feet to the fire because I'm the one who broke up with him. So he was trying to, like, hold my feet to the fire.
That's just crazy. Either she blows up his phone with endless texts, or she shows up at his doorstep just to make his life miserable. She's basically turned this guy's peace into chaos, and all he ever wanted was to be left alone.
Make me learn my lesson. Okay? Who are you, the Pope? So what do? I like to put my money where my mouth is. Okay? I booked my ass a flight to San Diego. I say nothing. Roll up Thursday night, pull up in his house. He's not there. I'm sorry, what? We're at this point we've been broken up like 4 months. But I feel like in 4 months I still like know your schedule. I still like know your routine-ish, you know? Where are you on a Thursday night?
There's nothing normal about this. She's literally stalking this guy and begging to have him back, even though she's the one who ended things in the first place. And the crazy part? Even if he moved clear across the country, she'd still find a way to disturb his peace.
I'm pissed, okay? So he lives in a condo. I'm sitting in an apartment, and I'm sitting in the, first of all, I get there. I get on the elevator. I go up to his door. I start knocking on the door, and I start ringing the doorbell. But I can tell no one's home because there's, like, no movement whatsoever. Because I'm like, nothing, no movement. So I'm like, okay, he's not home. Okay, let me give him like 30 minutes. Go downstairs. I'm sitting in the lobby. because he would have to come through where I was going, like where I was sitting. So I would see him, he would see me, so I give him like 30 minutes.
The more she talks, the worse it gets. She genuinely thinks she has a right to stay in this man's life. And when he says no, she starts plotting ways to basically stalk him. What's even scarier is that she acts like a completely normal behavior.
Hey, I accidentally delivered something to your house. Are you home? Okay. No response for like 20 or 30 minutes. He eventually responds, what? By this time I'm heated because I'm like, where are you? So then I'm texting him, where are you? And he was like, I haven't talked to you in months. What are you talking about? Like,
just look at how offended she gets because this guy won't let her back into his life. She can't handle the fact that he's moved on, and now she won't stop until it's just as miserable as she is.
So then I was like, you know what? Forget it, because by this time, I have convinced myself that he's like at another girl's house. He's with another girl. But bring her here. I'll beat the shit out of her right here, right in front of you. Bring her here, please. So I've like convinced myself of this whole narrative. So I'm like texting him like a psycho. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I knew that you would do this. It's like, I'm like, I don't know what I said. I spazzed out. I deleted those two because I don't need to see that, how I was behaving. That's none of my business. And so he finally just calls me and he's like, what is happening? And I was like, I am at your condo and you're not here. And it's like 9:30 at night. What else would you be doing on a Thursday night?
At this point, he needs to call the police and think about getting a restraining order. Her behavior has crossed the line. It's honestly disturbing, and no one should have to put up with that.
And he was like, I was playing soccer. I'm on my way home right now. My phone was like on the sidelines, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that makes sense because he plays a lot of soccer. So I was like, okay, well then bet when you pull up, your ass better be in a uniform. You better be sweaty. So he was like, I'm literally about to pull up right now. And so then he pulls up and yeah, he's in a soccer uniform. He's sweaty. And yeah, then we got back together. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. You just have to show up.
Never take a woman like this back. Guys, she's a real threat to your peace of mind and even your health. Anyway, that's where we're wrapping up today's video. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Fellas, stay smart, stay strong.